Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Ashley, which is Ashley's Media Addiction, and today is time for my May TBR. So if you watch my April TBR, you'll know my game was very nice to me, like too nice maybe? But yeah, I only had 1 point to get, so it's nice and easy. Be surprised if I failed this TBR, but let's see how I done. So I had obviously just the 1 point and I had the word hero. So I had a book that has a hero in it. And for that I did choose The Legend of Zelda Four Swords, and this is the legendary edition. And of course I read it because that was my TBR. It was very easy. I got that done. I really enjoyed this. You can see what other books I did read in April, as well as my thoughts on this in my April wrap up, because yeah, that was all that I read this month for my TBR, which was nice and easy. So of course I get a reward for that. I don't make the rules, guys. Well, I mean I do, but like, you know. So yeah, let's go and see what my reward was. My reward for this month will be So as you will have seen, my reward for this month is that I'm allowed to double up points for any one prompt. Now, I can do this in various ways really. So obviously it does mean I get to double up the points. It also means this month I'm back to 5 points. That's fine for me. So I can do this in two ways. As I said, I can do this in a way that I can make 1.2 points, make it 4 books, like as a minimum really. Or I can wait till my last point, double it up, and then I have 6 points, because my rules do say that if I manage to complete more than the points I need for that month, then I do get to take a point away for the rest of the year. So if, for example, I have for 1 points, fifth I double up, I equal 6 points, then for the rest of the year, if I complete that TBR, I'll only have 4 points for the rest of the year. So yeah, I can do it that way. I think I'm going to see though, because if I get like a 2-pointer or something, then I might double up then, so it's less books. But we'll see how it goes, because yeah, I feel like that's the best way to do that, is kind of by ear, see how things go. So with that, let's go and take a look at what rule number 1 has in store. Rule number 1. And the first word that I see is bath, B-A-T-H. Okay, so for rule number 1, I got the word bath, and it was really annoying because straight after I saw the word bath, I noticed I had the word bathe, which would have been 2 points. That is frustrating, but it's fine. I got bath, that's fine. So I actually really struggled to try and find a prompt for this, so obviously it needs to have the word bath in the title. And then I thought, well, if you're in a bath, you're surrounded by water, so a book with water on the cover, because I couldn't think of anything else. So for this one, I've decided to go for Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. Now, this is a book that I'm really been interested for in a while, but I've always been kind of nervous to pick up. I did like The Girl on the Train, which is by the same author, so I feel like I will like this. I'm just kind of nervous. So this one is actually a library copy, which does make this a bit easier for me. So hopefully it won't be too bad. The writing's also quite big, so I feel like I'll get through this in absolutely no time. But essentially this is a thriller, and it just says, in the last days before her death, Nell Abbott called her sister. Jules didn't pick up the phone, ignoring her plea for help. Now Nell is dead, they say she jumped, and Jules has been dragged back to the one place she hoped she had escaped for good, to care for the teenage girl sister left behind. But Jules is afraid, so afraid, of her long-buried memories of the old mill house, of knowing that Nell would never have jumped. And most of all, she's afraid of the water in the place they call the Drowning Pool. So I'm kind of intrigued. I don't know what kind of direction this is going to go in. I think it's still just a thriller. I don't think it's like a horror. But yeah, it'll be interesting seeing what I actually think of this. If I do like it enough, I might pick it up because I like this one as well. Maybe Paula Hawkins is a good author for me. So yeah, I'm excited to actually finally read this, and hopefully it'll be a nice, fun read. So let's go into roll number 2. Roll number 2. And the first word that I see is pen, P-E-N. Roll number 2 gave me the word pen, so again another 1 point. I'm going to keep my reward for now. And so for this, it needs to have the word pen in the title, or I was thinking about pen names and things like that, so why not an author that has a pen name? For this one, I've chosen the second book in the Mortal Instruments series, and that's City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. So I read the first one in January, and I gave it 3 stars because it was basically just everything I was kind of already expecting. But I do want to continue on the series, so I'm going to continue on. Cassandra Clare is actually a pen name, so that works perfectly. Also, it's not actually that big. I think it's smaller than the first one was, which was kind of interesting. But I'm excited to see if I enjoy this one more. Hopefully a bit more surprises in this compared to the film and the show, because the first one didn't give me all that much because I'd seen the adaptation so many times. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this. Hopefully I'll enjoy it more than the first one, if not on par. And yeah, it's basically about a woman named Clary who finds out that she is a shadow hunter and delving into this world. It was basically the first book. And yeah, that's essentially where we're at. So I'm excited to see how it continues. Let's go to roll number 3. Number 3. The first word that I see is Fae, F-A-Y. So roll number 3 gave me the word Fae. Now, I wasn't sure if I could actually spell Fae this way, so I actually did double check because I was a bit unsure, and apparently it's fine. It's in the Collins Dictionary saying that you can spell Fae this way, it's just an alternative spelling. Perfect. So it needs to have the word Fae in the title or have fairies within the book. So I'm actually really excited for this one, and that is a book I bought recently, and that is The Chime Seekers by Ross Montgomery. And this is a middle grade, and it really does give me Labyrinth vibes. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. It's very much what I'm after as well. It's an adventure story. And yeah, I'm going to read the back because for me, it screams Labyrinth, but that could just be a me thing. So step into a world of fairy tricks and hidden danger. Oh look, there's a fae. Sorted. So when an evil fairy steals Yanni's baby sister and swaps her for a changeling, Yanni is swept into a dangerous race against time to get her back. But fairies delight in tricks, and rescuing her won't be easy. With the help of his cousin Amy and the reluctant changeling Yanni, must travel to the goblin palaces and battle-swept oceans, discovering ancient treasures and secrets along the way. Yanni will need every drop of courage and even a few tricks of his own if he's to outwit the fairy and save his sister. For me, that really does just scream Labyrinth. It could just be a me thing, but going to like the Goblin King, did they say it was a Goblin King? Goblin palaces. So essentially, there's going to be a Goblin King in there. All the tricks just screams Labyrinth to me. I like all the little different challenges and stuff that's going to go along with this. Honestly, I'm very, very excited for this book. So I'm very much hoping that this is going to be like a favourite of mine. I do have 5-star hopes for this. I need to calm them down a little bit before I pick this up because I don't want to be disappointed. But I'm so happy I'm getting to pick this one up. And I'm very excited to actually get some middle grade in here. So with that one done, let's go see what roll number 4 has in store. Roll number 4. And the first word that I see is rock, R-O-C-K. for rule number 4, I got the word rock, and so it needs to have the word rock in the title. Or I thought, what about more scenic? Because you know, you got rocks and cliffs, all that sort of things are to do with rocks. So why not a scenic cover? So I have said this before, but I am doing a challenge for myself to read at least half of the books that my mum got me for Christmas. And this is one of them. I think it fits perfectly. And that one is Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. So for me, that's quite scenic. You've got like trees here, you've got the house, you've got the big like shadow, you've clearly got the pavement in front. It looks quite scenic to me. So yeah, I'm going to be finally picking this one up. I'm excited for it, to be honest. I've heard it's even better than an Australian Sea, so I am excited. But if you don't know what this one is about, let's take a look. So it says, when a reaper comes to collect Wallace from his own sparsely attended funeral, Wallace is outraged, but he begins to suspect that she's right, and he's in fact dead. Then, when Hugo, owner of the most peculiar tea shop, promises to help him cross over, Wallace reluctantly accepts the truth. Yet even in death, he refuses to abandon his life, even though he spent all of it working. But as Wallace drinks tea with Hugo and talks to his customers, he wonders if he'd be missing something. The feeling grows as he shares jokes with the resident ghost, manifests embarrassing footwear, and notices the stars. So when he's given 1 week to pass through the door to the other side, Wallace sets about living a lifetime in just 7 days. I think it sounds really sweet. I've heard a lot of people cry at this. Everyone says I'm going to cry, but if you know me, I'm quite heartless. I'm not going to cry. If I cry at this, I'm going to be very, very, very shocked, because I just don't cry at anything. Not really, especially in books. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to enjoy this. I'm looking forward to picking this one up, and it's another one off of that Christmas list for my mum. And I think after this I only have one more to get to halfway, because we said that a giant box set, Things You Got Me, only counts as one, so that's fine. So yeah, going to read Under the Whispering Door. I'm excited to see what this has in store for me. And then yeah, let's go on to rule number 5, and obviously this is going to be where I use up my double point, because I haven't used that yet. So let's see what I'm doubling up with. Rule number 5. And the first word that I see is teen, T-E-E-N. As you will have seen, I got the word teen. I'm actually really happy about that, because that leaves this nice and broad for me. So it needs to have the word teen in the title, or it needs to be a YA teen book. That could be literally anything that I want, which is absolutely incredible for me. But for this, I've actually chosen to go for a graphic novel. The rating age thing on it says teen plus. It says word teen on it. I believe that means that's fine for teenagers. That counts as a teen book. If not, I'm counting it anyway. And I'm going to continue on with the Scooby-Doo graphic novels, and I'm going to read Scooby Apocalypse Volume 2. I don't want to leave this too long before I delve into the next volume, because I feel like I'll forget things otherwise. But I am very, very excited for this one. It's basically, what if there was an apocalypse and the monster started becoming real? And it is up to Mystery Inc. to cover what is happening, and they're trying to stop this monster mayhem from happening. So yeah, I'm going to choose this one. This one's going to be my 2-pointer as well, which will be absolutely lovely, because it means I have 6 points for next month. That does mean if I don't read one of these, then that's okay. I've still got my 5 points. I can not take a reward, but not lose any points either, like add any points on. If I do read all of these, which I do think I will, then I can put my points down to 4 for the rest of the year, unless I have another kind of thing like this, or a reward that says otherwise. So yeah, I think I have a really, really nice TBR this month. I've got a bit of a different mix of books as well, so I should be able to kind of go ahead with pretty much anything I want, which is incredible for me. I love that. I love that I've got so much differences in here. It's probably a bit more on the fantasy side of things, but you know, I'm okay with that. I like fantasy, I like thrillers, I'm glad I've got some easy reads in there as well. However, I don't actually have my book club book in this, so I do need to read that as well. For this month, for me, it is Rachel at Rattle the Stars pick. So this month we are reading The Last Wish by Andrzej Kapowski, and I was so expecting this to have something in it I could use for Fae, but apparently it has everything but Fae. It tells me here that it has djinns, harpies, love horn vampires, and despondent ghouls, but no fairies. So that was really gutting for me. But you know what? This is okay. So if you don't know, this is basically a book of short stories, I want to say, and it's basically about Garrel of Rivia, who is a witcher, and it's about his stories, really. So this is, I think, 0.5, so it's before the actual main series of books, and I'm fully okay with that. I actually love series 1 of The Witcher. Series 2 wasn't my favourite personally, but that's fine. I do love The Witcher games though, so I feel really good about this. I feel like this might be a really good start for me, and if I do like it, I will be definitely picking up the others in the series. So yeah, I've got another little fantasy one on here. So yeah, that is my books for this month. I think I have a nice good collection. I calculated the pages and it's still under 2,000 pages. I feel like I can do that, but we will see, because it depends my mood as well, whether I kind of just don't want to read. Whereas this month I've been really in the mood for reading. So yeah, I'm excited to see how my reward system will work next month, if I complete it or not. But yeah, that's pretty much everything from me today. I do want to thank you for watching. Please do remember to like this and subscribe down below. And if you've read any of these books, please tell me what you think. Also, what words did you spot? Do let me know. I'd love to find out. And yeah, I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.